Hari Om. मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय Guru Maharaj Guru Jai Jai Swaminath Sadguru Jai Jai Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवोम अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवोम मानस भजरे गुरु शरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमः ओम ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमः ओम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण ओम अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवोम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमः ओम ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमः ओम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भवसागर तरणम गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ॐ नमः ॐ मानस भज रे गुरुचरणं दुस्तर भव सागर तरणं दुस्तर भवसागर तरणं दुस्तर भवसागर तरणं राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो कौसल्यनन्दन राम नमो देवकी नन्दन कृष्ण नमो कौसल्यनन्दन राम नमो देवकी नन्दन कृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो अयोध्यवासी राम नमो गोकुलवासी कृष्ण नमो अयोध्यवासी राम नमो गोकुलवासी कृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो दशरथ नन्दन राम नमो वसुदेव नन्दन कृष्ण नमो दशरथ नन्दन राम नमो वसुदेव नन्दन कृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो ताटकी मर्दन राम नमो पूतन मर्दन कृष्ण नमो ताटकी मर्दन राम नमो पूतन मर्दन कृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो रावण मर्दन राम नमो कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो रावण मर्दन राम नमो कंस विमर्दन कृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम नमो राम नमो श्रीकृष्ण नमो जानकी वल्लभ राम नमो रुक्मिणी वल्लभ कृष्ण नमो जानकी वल्लभ राम नमो रुक्मिणी वल्लभ कृष्ण नमो राम नमो राम Namo, Rama Namo Shri Krishna Namo, Rama Namo, Rama Namo, Rama Namo Shri Krishna Namo, Dina Dayalu Rama Namo, Dina Samrakshaka Krishna Namo, Dina Dayalu Rama Namo, Dina Samrakshaka Krishna Namo, Rama Namo, Rama Namo, Rama Namo Shri Krishna Namo, Rama Namo Shri Krishna Namo.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः हरि ओम् नारायण हरि जय नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि हरि ओम हरि हरि शिव शिव ओम हरि हरि ओम शिव शिव ओम नारायण हरि स्वामी नारायण वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति वीर मारुति अति धीर मारुति वीर मारुति अति धीर मारुति गीत मारुति संगीत मारुति गीत मारुति संगीत मारुति दूत मारुति राम दूत मारुति दूत मारुति राम दूत मारुति भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति मारुति बोले पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय 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 मन मोहना जय 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 मधुसूदना जय 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 मन मोहना जय 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 मधुसूदना केशवा माधवा माधवा केशवा केशवा माधवा माधवा केशवा गोपाला गोपालना जय जय गोपाला गोपालना जय 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 मन मोहना जय 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 मधुसूदना जय 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 मन मोहना जय 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 मधुसूदना मधुसूदना। हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम, हरे राम 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 सीता, हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम, 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 सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। वर्णानामर्थ संज्ञानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मंगलानां च कर्तारौ वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ। भवानी शंकरौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ। याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। नानापुराणनिगमागमसम्मतं यद् रामायणे निगदितं क्वचिदन्यतोऽपि। स्वान्तसुखाय तुलसीरघुनाथगाथा भाषानिबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति। भाषानिबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति। हरि ओम। Okay, let me welcome all our satsangis tonight once more. If you are joining us tonight for the first time, we are seeing Shri Ramcharitamanas of Goswami Tulsidas Ji, and specifically Aranyakand Ram Gita, which comes after Doha number 13 of Aranyakand. So if you have your Ramayana at home and you want to join chanting also, again we will chant all that we have seen so far. So after number 13, Aranyakand. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. जब ते राम की न तहवासा, सुखी भये मुनि बीती त्रासा। रिबन नदी ताल छवि छाए, दिन दिन प्रति अति होई सुहाए। खग मृग वृंद आनंदित रहे, मधुप मधुर गुंजत छवि छही। सोबन बरनी न सक अहि राजा, जहाँ प्रगत रघुबीर बिराजा। एक बार प्रभु सुख आसीना, लक्ष्मण बचन कहे छलहीना। सुर नर मुनि सचराचर साई, मैं पूछूं निज प्रभु की नाई। श्री राम मोहि समुझाई, कहु सोई देवा। सब तजी करो चरण रज सेवा। कहु ज्ञान विराग रुमाया, कहु सो भगति करहु जय दाया। ईश्वर जीव भेद प्रभु, सकल कहो समझाए। जाते होई चरण रति, शोक मोह भ्रम जाय। श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम सीतारामा, थोरे ही माँ सब कहु बुझाई। सुनहु तात मति मन चित लाई। मैयरु मोर तोर तय माया, जय बस कीने जीवनि काया। गो गोचर जहाँ लगी मन जाए, सो सब माया जाने भाई। तेहि कर भेद सुनऊ तुम सो, विद्या पर अविद्या दोष। एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा, जावस जीव पराभव कूपा। एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके, प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बलता के। श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय जय राम। Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. ज्ञान मान जह एक नाई, देख ब्रह्म समान सब माई। श्री राम जय जय राम, जय जय राम। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। ज्ञानमान जहाँ एक नाहि. This is where we stopped this line last night. We were seeing. So then what is happening if, for those who are joining today for the first time, Lakshmana asked 5 questions to Bhagwan Shri Ram. Kahu Gyan Birag Arumaya. Gyan, Vairagya and Maya. Tell me what are these 3, and tell me what is bhakti, by which I can gain your compassion, your mercy. And finally, tell me the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. These are the 5 questions. So now Bhagwan answered what is Maya first. Then second, now he's answering what is Gyan. Gyan man jah ekau nahi. Dekh Brahma saman sab mahi. This is only in half a chopai. He finishes the topic of Gyan. So we said where man and all the other negative traits which are listed in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 13, you will go there and see number, I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't know, somewhere there. Several verses, like 5, 6 verses. Amanitvam adam, it means the person who has Gyan, he has no man. And man, and actually, this man word is a big word. In front of it, when you put abhiman, abhi is called a prefix. When you put that prefix in front of upasarga, put the upasarga in front, it becomes, you all know, that word abhiman is a big word, isn't it? People don't like abhiman. So the same, if you study the root of this word, some other meanings will come now. Let me tell you. Man actually comes from ma. Ma in Sanskrit means to measure. So if you apply that meaning, here, very interesting thing will come. Gyan man jaha ekahu nahi. Where in a person's mind, now please pay attention to this. In a person's mind, there is never any one instance, not one instance of that person ever measuring himself out apart from everything else. But that is what we do all the time. This is called as man. This is me, aru mor torte. This is man. In the Maya part, I am measuring myself apart, out. I am demarcating myself. See, measure means what? You measure from here, or from here to here. You don't measure the whole space. You measure from here to here. Means you demarcate a particular amount of space. That is called as measuring. So in a one unbroken, all-pervasive reality, a reality that has no beginning, no end, a reality that has no limits, no boundaries, a reality that is unbroken, unfragmented, what we do with our mind all the time, because of Maya, delusion, which we spoke about on first day, because of that Maya, what we demarcate, cut out, measure out a certain portion saying, this is me. And that other, what is not me is you, the other, right? You stands for the other. So we are constantly marking out or demarcating an individual part of that unbroken reality. And therefore, we constantly stay in bondage, because the individual part which we mark out, measure out, that is the limited apurna, finite jiva. And the mind is bent on doing that. The mind constantly does that. The mind holds on to its own personal identity and its demarcations and its boundaries. And this is me. And this is the way I speak. If you don't like it, that's you. See, like that. And people, and in Western cultures, it actually, this thing is promoted. Every culture now, because everything has become Western everywhere. In modern culture, human culture, what the individuality is promoted, and all the things that strengthen and perpetuate individual existence and demarcated existence, those things are more and more promoted in society. So everybody has to become a star, everybody has to become well known, has to become famous, and all these things are promoted very well. You have to seek your dreams because you are you, all sorts of things like this. Now this is ordinary society, and this is how the jiva stays bound in some corner of reality and not knowing that it belongs to an infinite being. So gyan is where there is no man. So if you take man, this man word coming from ma, to measure. So he never measures himself out apart from anything else. Put demarcations, limits, boundaries. You see? Jnana, man, ek, not once. There is no one instance of doing that. So this is another way to look at the line. And when Tulsidas she scribes something, I tell you, he's scribing with the weight and power and omniscience of Bhagwan only. The words are not to be taken so lightly. So many ways you can look at this. So gyan man jaha ekau nahi. And in this, when this thing is understood like this, then only deka brahma samana sabamahi. So actually, this second part of it, if you read, you will ask that question. Somebody may ask that question on Saturday, so I better tell now. Dek Brahma Samana Savamahi, who sees Brahman existing everywhere. So is this Gyan or is this Gyani? You know there's a Gyan and there is also Gyani. So the one who sees Brahman existing everywhere. Pandita Samadarshinaha, as we saw last night. So it appears as though the line is describing a Gyani. Dek Brahma Samana Sabamahi, the one who sees Brahman existing in all things, everywhere, in every iota of the universe. In fact, not only that, he sees that Brahman is everything. Not Brahman exists in things, Brahman is the thing. You see, there is nothing beside Brahman. So, say Brahma is Brahman of Vedanta. Same. Brahma and Brahman is one and same. Don't get mixed up with these words. Brahmaji, there is something else. Brahma. But Brahman and this Brahma, they are one and same. The Brahman is a substantive word. Brahma is the first case, singular. So, this Brahma is everything. So the one who sees that. So what is being described really is Gyani. So then Lakshmana did not ask what is Gyani. Lakshmana asked what is Gyan. Are bhaiya, I see, very simple thing. There is no difference between Gyan and Gyani. Gyani who has Gyan. The first Gyani means one who has Gyan. Jnanavan. Jnanavan and Gyani is one and same. The same, they are synonyms in Sanskrit. Jnanavan and Jnani, synonyms. So when he sees, or when he acquires this Jnana, this is what he sees. Or when he sees Brahman everywhere, he sees that he himself also is Brahman. So he is seeing the one reality which is there everywhere, including himself. The seer, the seen, and the seeing, they all become One. So Jnani and Jnan, they are one and same. The knowledge which he has is also one with Brahman. There is no difference. So it doesn't matter if he describes Jnana or Jnani, because a true Jnani is one who sees the Jnana which he has also as Brahman. He sees that Brahman as all things. We have to also start slowly changing our language, because language also has limitations. Huh? So in many sentences we say Brahman existing in all things, but the better statement is that Brahman is all things. It's like water existing in all waves. Huh? This is the difference. Huh? This is the difference. Water existing in all waves, but water is all waves, because beside water there is nothing. Water is all waves. So the language also, as we go along, has to be changed to greater reflect or more accurately reflect the truth. Ordinary language is one thing, but the language of Vedanta has to be refined as we move along our path. Because language is a big thing. We think in language. Okay. So, Dek Brahma Samana Sabamahi, he sees, that one who sees Brahman as everything, existing as everything. He's Jnani, he's Jnana also. Jnani and Jnana is one and same thing, and they're not different beings, different things. Because if he sees Brahman as everything, that means his Jnana is also Brahman. That is the idea. Now, Kahahu Gyan, Birag, Arumaya. Kahu Gyan, Birag, Arumaya. These were the first three questions. Tell me what is Gyan, Vairagya, Maya. So Bhagavan jumped, Maya. Then he jumped back, Jnana. Now, Birag. Birag means Vairagya. In this Ramcharitamanas of Tulsidashi, he uses three very nice words. One is called Rag. Rag. Rag means likes, attachments, like that. Rag. The other word is called as Birag, detachment. And the third word, which Tulsidashi loves, that is called as Anurag. Rag, Birag, and Anurag. Anurag word, for Tulsidashi, that means supreme love for Bhagwan. Unflinching love for Bhagwan. They call Anurag. So look at the what you call evolution from Rag to Birag, means Vairagya, dispassion, detachment, to Anurag. This is the ascent of these three words. So here now the question was Kaho Gyan Birag. What is this Birag? What is this Vairagya? And Tulsidashi, in his own characteristic style, he describes what is this Vairagya. Now we'll continue this. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. 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 कही तात सो परम बिरागी, त्रिन सम से तीन गुण त्यागी। कही तात सो परम विरागी, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, त्रिन सम सिद्धि तीन गुण त्यागी, श्री राम राम जय। कही तात सो परम विरागी, त्रिन सम सिद्धि तीन गुण त्यागी। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। कहिए तात, Bhagwan calls Lakshmana tat. But Lakshmana, throughout this Ramayana, is depicted as the very embodiment of Vairagya, dispassion. Everybody in this room is laughing because there's a cat outside going meow meow. So those of you who are there, you can't hear that cat. But that cat is attached to somebody in this room. So comes by the door and goes meow meow. So we are talking about detachment. So anyway, Lakshmana is the very embodiment of Vairagya. Throughout the Ramayana, Tulsidaji himself calls Lakshmana as the very embodiment of Vairagya. Not only in this Ramcharitamanas, you go to Tulsidaji's other works of Vinaya Patrika or wherever, you will see he depicts Lakshmana as the embodiment of Vairagya, detachment, dispassion. And it is demonstrated by Lakshmana's great devotion to Bhagwan Sri Ram, so much so that it is said for the 14 years Lakshmana did not sleep. He was detached from every single thing. Bhagwan Ram had his wife with him. Bharat and Shatrughna were in Ayodhya. They had their wife. It is only Lakshmana whose wife was detached from, so much so that Bhagwan at one point, actually it will come just after this katha only, he tells to Shurpanakha, you go to my brother there. Because Shurpanakha wanted to marry Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Ram said, no, I am already married. You go to my brother there. He is single. It means he was so detached that he even forgot that he had a wife there. So detached. He is the very embodiment of detachment and depicted as such throughout the Ramayana. And now he is asking about detachment. It means to say that he is also detached from the knowledge that he is the embodiment of detachment. So detached that he has no inkling that he is the very embodiment of detachment. Otherwise, we are attached also to our image. Please see this thing. Huh? Suppose I am good at something, that something gives me an image, and I am attached to that something and to the image also. But see Lakshmana, who is the very embodiment of detachment, he has no inkling also. He's asking that question also. What is this Vairagya? What is this detachment? And therefore, Bhagwan calls him Tat. That means to say, my Tat is a word of endearment. Huh? Means pyara shabd, lovable word, loving word, like that. Means my Lakshmana, Bhagwan means to say, my Lakshmana is so innocent. He doesn't know that he is himself the embodiment of Vairagya. He's asking about Vairagya. Tat kahiya, it is said. Bhagavan is telling now. It is said. But what he will tell about Vairagya, uh, because Lakshmana himself is the embodiment is standing right in front of him. So he tells now. This is why the uh, the reply here seems to be non-traditional. Bhagavan is speaking like out of the. He's speaking something else, which is not traditional in this discussion of Vairagya, detachment. Hmm. He says, so Parama Viragi, that person is called as a supreme Vairagi, detached person, supremely detached person, who Trinasama Siddhi, who considers all the siddhis, powers, as a blade of grass. All siddhis, anima, mahima, garima, lagima, prakamya, prapti, shitva, vashitva, ityalaya. The eight Ashta Siddhi Hanumanji has, and we see in the Balkan, not Ayodhya Kand, if you go there, you'll see when uh, Bharatji was coming to the forest uh, with all his entourage to meet Bhagwan Sri Ram, they reached the ashram of the great Bharadwaj Muni. And that Muni had such siddhis, such powers, just by slay of hand like that. He ordered all the deities from everywhere to come there and to make arrangements for Bharatji and all his entourage to stay for the night. With his siddhi, he made arrangements better than what they had in Ayodhya. So Bharadwaj Muni displays all his siddhis there. And Hanumanji becoming small, big, heavy, this, that. Also, so much siddhis he's displaying in this Ramayana. And here he's saying Parama Viragi, the supreme Vairagi, is one who considers all these siddhis as a blade of grass. So Hanumanji and Bharadwaj Muni, they have no Vairagya then. The question will arise. They have no Vairagya. They're using all of the siddhis. So no, this is not the meaning. Huh? Please pay attention to that. See, one can have the siddhi and still consider it to be like a blade of grass. Means worthless, isn't it? It is like, really speaking, this is a real thing which happens. You know, when some person holds some gold ring or gold chain in his hand, right? He thinks, wow, 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 wow. So he considers that to be very valuable thing. And then another person, he holds a gold ring or a gold chain in his hand, a gold necklace in his hand. He considers it to be nothing. So one fellow, one jeweler, here, listen to this thing. One jeweler, he's a traveler all over the world and collect rare gems, And his Guruji used to live in Banaras, right there on Ganga, at the Shashwamedh Ghat. The Guruji used to sit there on the Ghat, and Ganga is flowing there. And Guruji used to be meditating and all. So this jeweler collected the two most precious pearls from his travels, and he came there and gave it to that Guruji. Guruji, I have brought this. Look, most invaluable pearls. Now, for this jeweler, this thing is invaluable. This thing has worth. Now, that Guruji also, he took it, and where is Guru his skill in dealing with pearl? Clumsily, he took like that, and while taking it, that one pearl fell in Ganga. Then that Guruji looked down. Chi, chi, chi. Chali gayi. It is gone. That jeweler, he said, Guruji, that is the most precious pearl in the world. So you could see right there, for the Guruji who has the thing in his hand, this thing has no worth. And for the person who already gave, huh? And this is another thing. He already gave. So whatever the guru does with that thing, that shouldn't bother him because you already gave. Guruji, this thing is most that fellow dived down quickly to try to retrieve that pearl. He searched and he couldn't find it, and he came back and took another breath and went down. 2-3 times he did that thing. And finally, exasperated and everything, Guruji, tell me where exactly did it fall? Guruji took the other pearl and said, right there. The idea is he has it in his hand, but it is for him it is worth nothing. It is in his possession, but worth nothing. And the other one, for that other person, that thing is worth so much. So Hanumanji could have that siddhi, Bharadwaj Muni could have that siddhi, but still consider that thing to worth nothing. A real Vairagi is one who considers that those siddhis to be like zero, like nothing. Now, another way to look at this thing, please see. Siddhi means, another meaning of the word siddhi. Siddhi means accomplishment. Accomplishment. I think, any accomplishment. So he considers all accomplishments to be like nothing. Means he's detached from his accomplishments. He's called as Vairagi. So, yes, I have accomplished this thing, and I have accomplished this thing, and I have accomplished that thing, and like that. But really, it is worth nothing. Because if you pit, please think, if you pit your accomplishments against the vastness of this universe, or forget about vastness of the universe, and if you pit your accomplishment against the accomplishment of some person right there, next door neighbor, you will see that your accomplishment is worth nothing. It really doesn't fit you. And you pit it against this vast universe, it really doesn't. This person who understands like this, he develops Vairagya. Actually, in classical Vedanta, traditional Vedanta, Vairagya comes from discrimination. Vivekat Vairagya. From Viveka comes Vairagya. Now let us just do this thing a little bit. Because we have this little thing I have gotten, I have accomplished this, I got that, I acquired this, and we're so attached to all of these things. But you will realize that the things really, in the grand scheme of things, they are really worth nothing. Now, one more thing. Why is a person attached to something? Think, because what is being spoken about is detachment. Why is a person attached to anything in this world? Because the person has a wrong feeling, wrong understanding that somehow that thing completes his life, or that thing brings happiness, or that thing fulfills something in his life. So he's attached to that thing, and he feels erroneously, if that thing goes away, his life will become suna. His life will become empty. If the thing goes away, his life will become, now my life is worth nothing. I am as good as dead. That thing is gone. And this is that wrong understanding which causes that person to become attached to that thing. Is only wrong understanding. If he can really replace that wrong understanding with right understanding, he'll develop detachment very fast. We do not need anything in our life to make our life complete. Please pay attention to that. I am an inextricable part of a complete Purna Swarup Brahman. Inextricable part. A part which can never be separated. Inseparable part. So this knowledge, if he gets, all attachment to all things in the world will go away. Without this thing I cannot live. Without that thing I cannot live. Like that. by ourselves, people think that with many objects we become happy, but it's not like that. With less objects we become happy. It is reverse. Human being always thinking ulta, upside down. It is not with many objects we become happy. It is the reverse. You take any object in your life and you trace, you'll see. Without that object, you are much happier. So this type of, all what I have been doing for the last few minutes is what I call as viveka. See, call as viveka, thinking discriminatively. So we think discriminatively, then we'll realize, no, the objects don't make me complete. Look here, objects are by themselves neutral. They can't do anything. I am the one who superimposes on the object the ability to fulfill a need in my being. And the other person comes and sees the same object. He doesn't superimpose anything on that object. No, if I get that, my life will be fulfilled. He never says. I only say, if I get that, my life will be fulfilled. If it fulfills my life, it should fulfill his life as well. But it doesn't. So all this is discriminative thinking. Thinking more and more. Our Vidyaranya Swamiji says, because we don't think, we remain bound. Avicharakrito bandha. Vicharena nivartate. By vichar only it will go away. This bondage. Go on thinking. So, the person may be in possession of something but may not be attached to that thing at all. Hanumanji and Bharadwaj. Converse also is true. A person may not be in possession of something but he is attached to that. His whole life is used only to acquire that thing, already attached to that thing. And how the attachment? See, dhyato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate. The person goes on brooding on that object. And when he broods, in that brooding, these two things happen. What? That thing will give me happiness, and that thing will fulfill my life, complete my life. That brooding is on these 2 points only. It has happiness, and so it will make my life complete. That is a actually lethal step. So when he does this thinking, he considers all acquisitions, or in case of the siddhis, all siddhis to be like nothing, because siddhis are what? To acquire things only, na? There was nothing there. Bharadwaj Muni, who just waved his hand and everything was acquired. The word siddhi means accomplishment, and the ashta siddhi, they're related, because the ashta siddhi is to accomplish things. It's accomplish becoming small, accomplish becoming big. Anima, mahima, garima, laghima, prapti, prakamya, vishitva, vashitva, to achieve things only. So this type of achievement he considers, oh, it is really nothing. Really, it is nothing. So he called Parama Viragi. And then next half of quota. I don't know what half a quota is 1/8. The next 1/8 of the Chopai, he says, Teen Gun Tyagi. The one who is the renunciate of the 3 gunas. He's called in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita Gunatita. He's gone beyond 3 gunas. Gunatita. And all the lakshana of Gunatita, sa uchyate. He's called as Gunatita. That all his qualities are given there. In that Tulyaninda Sutir Mauni Ityadi. You go and see at the end of 14th chapter, all the Gunatita lakshanas, they are given in that place. So the person who has renounced 3 gunas, how you will renounce 3 gunas? Well, it starts like this, very simply. All things start very simply, really. The gunas are what this world is made up of. Everything in the universe is made up of these 3 gunas. So all objects, vastu, this object and this object and any object, they're all made up of these three gunas. So what it boils down to at a very ordinary level, the one who has renounced all vishaya, objects. Verse 2. Vishaya is a better word. All vishaya. He has renounced. Hmm. This is simple meaning. He renounced means he is not attached to this object or this object. It is there, it is okay. It is not there, it is okay. It might be even better than that. What? It is there, it is okay. It is not there, it is better. That type of person. So he is Tina Guna Tyagi. Now, next meaning of this Tina Guna Tyagi is he has renounced all three gunas, the gunas themselves. It means he has realized that Indriyartheshu, what is that? Right there in that section, Bhagwan describes he has realized that it is the senses acting on the sense objects, and that process is, see, the eyes go out, fall on the object sends back a signal, the signal goes to the mind processes, and then the body does some action in response to that, right? He's looking at this whole thing, he's looking at the process, and he sees, Are, this thing is only going on by the three gunas, and if I can see it, that means I am not the three gunas. For the eye to go out, rajas is required, isn't it? And for the eye to fall and stay on that object and not go to the next object, tamas is required. Otherwise, it will be going constantly, it will not stay on one object if only rajas is there. If only rajas is there, inertia is required, because when it falls on that object, it stays. If no inertia was there, it could not stay anywhere. It will just be like a river. That is why you cannot take a bath in the same river twice, because it is. So tamas is required, rajas is required. Then again, rajas sends back a signal. Then the brain processes with sattva. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I've seen this before. Sattva. So the gunas are just, and then the brain now sends a message to the muscle. Okay, leg muscle, go there. Now hand muscles, take. He sees that the senses are working on the objects, and the object sending, he sees this whole process, and he realizes, I am just a witness. What is this? So he's gunatita. So his gunatita is one who is beyond, literal meaning of gunatita, one who is beyond the three gunas, or one who is a witness of the machinations and workings of the three gunas. That is the idea. He realizes he's just a witness of the three gunas at work. I'm not the gunas, they are just out doing their thing. That is the idea. So kaya tata so parama biragi trina samasiddhi teen gunatyagi, one who has renounced these three gunas, and they are in no way related to me. Actually, this is tied to Maya, because Trigunatmika Maya it is called. Maya is said to be made up of three gunas. It is not that there is something called Maya and Maya has three gunas. The three gunas together is Maya. Now you see this thing. If the mind is like the prism, and the mind is making an unfragmented reality appear fragmented, like all the objects and things which we see in this world, and I am able to just watch the mind do that, because that is an activity of the mind called rajas of the mind. The mind also will be made up of sattva, rajas, and tamas. So I see the mind now doing all of its activities, and one of the fundamental activity of the mind is for the mind to make an unbroken, undivided, unfragmented reality appear broken and divided and fragmented. if I can see the mind doing that, then I renounce all the gunas of which is they're working at the level of the mind. I renounce Maya, in other words. So Tini Guna Tyagi means one who will renounce Maya altogether. And what about all of us? Well, we love Maya. We do everything in our power to make sure that we retain and perpetuate Maya. But this is what we are supposed to do. Yes, renounce. And this type of renunciation at this level, see, two things are given for Vairagya here. One is Trina Samasiddhi. He considers all accomplishments as a blade of grass, as nothing. Then here, Teen Guna Tyagi, second one. This is a higher type of renunciation. So it's two levels of renunciation are given here. Trina Samasiddhi is where we start. We start renouncing at our ordinary level things in our life. But here, eventually, a jnani is one who can renounce all three gunas also, renounce Maya altogether. This is the idea, which is made, renounce Maya, which is made up of the three gunas. So, he's called as Paramavira, supreme viragi. This type of vairagya or this type of virag leads to anurag in Bhakti Marg. In the Bhakti Marg, when a person develops virag, and of course the last type, Teen Guna Tyagi, when he renounces Maya itself, that person develops anurag for Bhagwan. Means supreme, unflinching love, unwavering love for Bhagwan. We call anurag. Or the other way you want to say that, supreme attachment to the feet of Bhagwan. Anurag. Okay. So he is called as Paramabiragi. Now, the next question was 3 questions over. I hope you're paying attention. 3 questions over. Maya gone first, then Jnan, then Virag, Vairagya. Now, Lakshmana's other question, number 4, was Kahu so bhagati, karahu jai daya. Tell me what is a bhakti to get your grace. Yeah. So, that was number 4. But again, Bhagwan makes a Kramabhanga, is it called? Then Sanskrit is called Kramabhanga. Kramabhanga means what? Kramabhanga means he upset the Krama, the order. Yes. That's called upsetting the order. Bhagwan, why? Well, Bhagwan has to upset things that the jiva doesn't comprehend, you know. Bhagwan has to put the order in the right, put it in the right order. That is the idea. So now, number 4, Bhagwan doesn't answer. He answers number 5. And what was number 5? Number 5 was, what is the difference between jiva and Ishvara? That was in a most wonderful, I tell you, this number, this Doha number 15 it is. Most wonderful Doha. Please see this now. What is the difference between this Jiva and Ishvara? न आप कहूँ जान कहिए सो जीवो राम जान कहिए सो जीव बंध मोक्ष प्रद सर्व पर माया प्रेरक शिव सिया बर रामचंद्र की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की Jai Sharanam. What is the difference between Maya or between Jiva and Ishvara? He says, Maya is na apu kahu, jan kahiya so Jeev. So Jeev, that one is Jeev. Who is Jeev? He na jan. The words are all mixed up. Na jan means he doesn't know. Kahu, nothing. He knows nothing about what Maya is apu. He knows nothing about Maya, nothing about Ishvara, and nothing about himself also. He is called as Jeev. And these are the three things into which all things in the universe fall. There cannot be, you cannot, there's no other category. These three categories. What I call, I, I make this very easy for people to remember. It's called as Jiva, Jagat, Jagadishwara. Jiva, Jagat, and Jagadishwara. If you just want to remember these three J's, you can, those of you who are creative, you can make a song with the three J's, J, 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 like that you start, make up some song. Anyway, so Jiva, Jagat, and Jagadishwara. This, now, there is nothing which can fall in any other category. These are the only three categories. Either you're the Jiva, something is Jiva, something is Jagat, or Jagadishwara. Really speaking, if we know these three, our knowledge is complete. There is nothing else to know, because these are all things fall in these three. But see the irony of the whole thing now. Who is this Jiva? The Jiva is the one who knows nothing of these three. And more ironic now, he thinks he knows everything. This is an amazing thing. And then who is this Ishvara now? Bandha mocha prada sarva para. He is the one who disseminates, who administers. And there's perhaps a better word. What? Bandha moksha. Means bondage and moksha. The one who dispenses bondage and moksha. Prada, sarva para. And who is beyond this bondage and moksha. Beyond all things. Beyond the Jiva and Jagat. Is called as, and Maya Prerak, the one who is the wielder of Maya. He wields Maya. Shiv. Shiv means Shiv, the Lord of the universe. So, the difference is, one is there who knows nothing. He is called as Jiva. And the other one, he is beyond all things. And the controller and the master of all things. And the Jiva, the one who is controlled and not master, he is mastered by Maya. We call as Jiva. Mastered by Agyan. Agyan has taken over his mind and Agyan rules his life. So not master. So now, this is the what we call the literal meaning of the Doha. Now we have to do a little bit of reflection on this thing, isn't it? So he says, who is the Jiva? Jiva is Maya Isana Apu Kahu Jan. The one who knows nothing about Jiva Jagat and Jagadishwara. Now see, let us start with Jiva. Everybody think that they know themselves, right? I mean, Jiva is who is totally ignorant, who knows nothing. And everybody thinks that they know so much. But really, he doesn't know about himself. Look here, even if you take the grossest part of this human being, right? The grossest part of my being, this body, really, I don't know. Really speaking, I don't know about this body. How this thing works, how that thing works, and where is my liver? And they talk about, and we hear many nice words and they sound nicely also. I don't know what is spleen. Where is my spleen? I don't know. And bone marrow. Is bone marrow in the bone? Really? There's so many things. Where is my liver? Where is my kidney? Oh, okay, I must say that I have a slight idea where kidneys are. But liver, I don't know. Where is spleen? Where is this one? Pituitary gland. We hear nice words. I like these words also. I can say them. Pituitary gland. But where is it? I don't know. So even this gross part of our, some people say, no, Swamiji, I know all about this body. I am a doctor, I know all about this body. I can tell where everything is. And I look here. I was riding in somebody's car. He actually is at the cutting edge of technology at Harvard University. They were doing research on anesthesia. He's an anesthesiologist or something like that. He might be a scientist. And they were doing research on that anesthesia and how it works. So I remember when we were in maybe high school somewhere, they used to teach little biology, this, that. So for some things I remembered from that. So I asked him a question. I may have been sounding very intelligent, but I am not. So I remember if in nerve cells, right? The synapses of nerve cells, they meet like this. The teacher used to describe it. They meet like this, but they don't touch. One cell doesn't touch the other cell. There's a synapse here and another synapse there. And a message, like if some stone drops on your toe, that pain from the toe is a message that the cells there, they're crushed. So that message is sent via the nerve cells all the way to the brain. And since the nerve cells don't touch, the message jumps this gap. There's a gap there. That message jumps from there to there. See, and they're not touching. So the wireless communication is going on inside his body also, right? Wireless communication, and not that jumping. So I was asking, how exactly that thing works? He said, Swamiji, all we know, it works. We don't know how. So even if I say I know about this body, really we don't know. There are so many diseases and so many complications and why and wherefore about this body that no doctor also knows. And that is why in medical science also, in every so often things go on changing. We used to do, let me tell you something. Now they are giving pills. They'll give pills for bringing down cholesterol. They give pills for bringing down cholesterol. Why? Because medical science is convinced that cholesterol is bad. But there is a whole big movement in medical science itself, which is saying, and so much of research, cholesterol has nothing to do with heart attack. The same side. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm just looking at two sides saying. And things go on changing every so often. So that person may think that he knows about his body, but it is very difficult to know anything about this body. Actually, Maya is an apu kahu. Maya is an apu, means Jiva Jagat and Jagat Ishvara. It is very difficult to know. Because what knows? The mind knows. And the mind goes on changing or not? Yes. The mind is the instrument of knowledge and it goes on changing. Okay, the thing which is known is Jagat and things which are also changing, isn't it? Anything objective which I know, there's a subject and an object. And if it's an object, it is a product of Maya. And its rule, its nature is to change. Vaya Swarup, Vyeti. It goes on changing. So by the time I know it, it's gone. What you know is actually what you knew, because it has changed. So the mind changed and the object changed also, both. So really, this jiva is, it's difficult for this jiva to know anything like that. To know definitely, but regarding himself now, he doesn't know so many things. So at the ordinary level, this body, very difficult to know. This pain used to be on this knee, now this pain came on this knee. I don't know why. So very difficult to know about body. And after that, after the body, now the subtler parts of the being, most human beings admit they don't know. People only struggle to tell, I understand about his body, but about the other things, they admit they don't know. I don't know what is going on in my mind, why my mind is like this, why these thoughts are coming, where they're coming from, what is in my storehouse of sanchita karma, what is there. These are all subtle parts of my own being, because my storehouse of karma is different from yours. So where it will be? In me only. But where in me? I don't know. In which part of me? And why I have this type of desires and not that other person has that type of desire? And why my favorite color is green? I'm not telling my favorite color is green. Some person whose favorite color is green, and that person's favorite color is purple, and the other one is beige, and they have people are why? He doesn't. He'll admit, I don't know. You may posit some reason, but that also is, I really don't know. I think it is like that. He admit he doesn't know. So this jiva really doesn't know anything about himself and where you have come from. Where were you born before? Which loka? Which desha? I don't know. So there's so many things about my own self I don't know. And if I claim to know something, by the time I know it, it has changed. So really, the jiva is one who knows nothing about himself. Jiva. What about Jagat? Are Rama. He knows about Jagat. He doesn't know about Jagat also. Because I told you just now the nature of the Jagat. The nature of the Jagat is Vyaya Swarup. It goes on changing. Jagat is exactly like a river. Let me tell you something. Our realm of existence, our level of existence, which the human being has, is different from every other creature. Every other creature has its own level of existence. That is why you can never splatter a fly with your hand. If there's a fly sitting here, right? And you do like that, drop, then what? You miss. The flies, the fly flies. The fly fled. Or it flees. The reason is a fly's entire lifespan is packed into 2 days or 3 days maximum. His entire lifespan is packed in there. So now he sees everything so fast, means everything is swishing through his mind so fast that when your hand is coming like that, he sees your hand coming in slow motion like this. Your fast and his fast is different. Your fast is like this, his fast is lightning fast. So when your hand is coming like this, for you that is fast, but for him that is, and that fly has time enough to take a meal and then fly away. Do something and then fly away. That's why you cannot catch him. So not one jiva and the fly, that is another jiva. Their jagat is, which is experience, is totally different. You see, means I'm experiencing a different jagat and he's experiencing a different jagat, and that jagat for him is going at such lightning speeds, and my jagat is just going at a certain, slower speed. Yeah. And for Brahmaji, uh, slow speed. You see, So about such a Jagat, who could know anything? Yet we claim very vehemently, and I know this, I know that, I'm a master in this, I'm a master in that, I'm an expert. An expert is one who knows more and more about less and less. He's called an expert. He knows more and more about this one thing only. He asks about the other thing. No, I don't know. He knows more and more about this, more than anybody. He's called an expert. An absolute expert is one who knows everything about nothing. He thinks that actually that is called delusion. I think I know, and that my knowledge is so solid and so settled and all of that. Huh? One has to just remember that no knowledge is settled. No knowledge of a changing thing cannot be settled. Knowledge of a changing thing cannot be certain, cannot be definite. We know it temporarily, and then it goes away, changes. So the jiva really cannot know the jagat also. It's impossible for him to know the jagat. Oh, now what is left? Jagadishwara. Jiva knows Jagadishwara. Arey, look, I cannot read A for apple, B for bat, C for cat, D for dog. I cannot read that even. So I want to read for PhD. Impossible. So the jiva who doesn't know anything about himself, who doesn't know about this jagat also, how he will know Jagadishwara? Oh, Rama. He is called as jiva who knows nothing of this. We will continue with that tomorrow. This Jagadishwara. All right. So now how many days we have? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 days. Saturday it is a question and answer also. Hmm? Q&A on Saturday as well. So we have to complete most of it by Friday. We leave some for Saturday as well. Okay, and Q&A will be there. Yeah. Okay, a lot is still there. Still have to study all of these words. All right, so now we'll have announcements and then we'll have closing.
Hari Om. Pranam Swamiji, thank you very much for an exciting lecture on the Viveka Vairagya, and we are looking forward for Jagat and Jagadishwara tomorrow. Couple of small announcements. Please visit our website to submit your questions. As Swamiji said, we will have a question answer session on Saturday. So please do get in your questions, doubts, or clarifications. We have a form where you can, it's a free format, you can write it. Also, we are posting our daily recording of the session as well as daily takeaways on our website. When you go to our homepage, click on the resources segment or the tab, and you will see the link to the video recordings as well as for the daily takeaways. And again, as Swamiji said, we will regroup again tomorrow at 6:20. Thank you very much.
वीर हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम नाम रसिया रे वीर हनुमाना हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे राम लक्ष्मण जान की जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। वीर हनुमान अति बलवाना राम नाम रसिया रे। वीर हनुमान हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे। ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। वीर हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम नाम रसिया रे। हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे। ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे। हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे। बोलिए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। Hari Om, and we shall see tomorrow.